For those who plan to spend part of the year back in the UK, short-term letting is a powerful option. You can legally let your property on a monthly or even weekly basis through a licensed holiday home operator while you're away. On the tax side, if you become a UAE resident and leave UK tax residency, your Dubai rental income is tax-free locally. Before you even look at listings, define your monthly or annual income target. If you're considering a new development, don't just take the developer's reputation and face value. Dig into their actual handover record for the past 5 years. Ask an escrow account detail and make sure every dirham you pay is protected under DLD regulations. The quality of the property management can make or break your retirement experience. Let's take a look at how a sophisticated UK investor might actually structure the Dubai retirement property portfolio for both income and long-term security. Whether you're just starting your Dubai journey or already own property here, this is your opportunity to get unfiltered, actionable advice from someone who helped UK investors build their retirement portfolios that actually work. Want to retire in style with zero hustle? Here's how UK investors are using Dubai property for hands-off tax-free income. If you're planning your retirement, you already know the UK property market isn't what it used to be. Rising taxes, lower yields, and more red tapes every year. But in Dubai, it's a different story. Imagine earning a steady tax-free rental income with your property fully managed by professionals and even qualifying for long-term residency, all without the headaches of traditional buy-to-let. In this video, I'll break down the set it and forget it strategy that's helping British retirees secure real passive income, diversify internationally, and enjoy the kind of lifestyle most UK landlords can only dream about. We will cover why Dubai stands out for retirement property, how to build a portfolio that runs itself, and the key risks and rewards every smart investor should know. If you're ready to make your money work for you and enjoy your retirement on your own terms, let's get started. If you're planning to retire in Dubai, you're in a good company. More and more UK retirees are making the move, not just for the sunshine, but for a lifestyle and financial setup that's hard to match anywhere else. First, let's talk about what it actually means to live here. When you become a new UAE resident, your Dubai property income and any capital gains are tax-free locally. That means your rental returns and any profits when you sell stay in your pocket, not to the government. And unlike in the UK, there is no inheritance tax on your Dubai assets, so you can plan your legacy with real confidence. But the appeal isn't just financial. Dubai offers world-class healthcare, modern infrastructure, and a vibrant, welcoming expat community. English is widely spoken, and everything from setting up utilities to finding top-tier medical care is streamlined and accessible. Safety, convenience, and comfort are all part of our daily lives here. And if you're thinking about long-term security, Dubai's Golden Visa and Retirement Visa programs are a game changer. Invest 2 million dirham or more in property and you can qualify for renewable 10-year residency, giving you and your family real peace of mind and the freedom to truly settle in. So if you're looking for a place where your retirement income goes further, your lifestyle gets an upgrade, and your future feels secure, Dubai is hard to beat. That's why so many UK retirees are choosing to call it home. Let's break down what a true set it and forget it retirement property strategy actually looks like here in Dubai, whether you're living here year-round or splitting your time between Dubai and the UK. First, let's talk about ownership. In Dubai's freehold zone, you own your property outright. Your name is on the title deed and you have the freedom to sell, lease, or pass it on as you see it fit. For those coming from the UK, where the leasehold complications and ground rents can be a headache, this is a significant advantage. If you're buying as a couple, joint ownership is straightforward. And if you want to plan for succession, a DFC will gives you clarity and control over inheritance, so your property passes exactly as you intend. Now, management is where Dubai really stands out for hands-off investors. If you're living here full-time, a reputable property management firm can take care of every detail: maintenance, service charges, emergency repairs, and even an annual snagging. Most firms charge between 10 to 20% of your annual rental value for this level of comprehensive service, and you can negotiate for extras like utility payment or even interior upgrades. For those who plan to spend part of the year back in the UK, short-term letting is a powerful option. You can legally let your property on a monthly or even weekly basis through a licensed holiday home operator while you're away. The best management companies handle everything: permits, guest screening, cleaning, and ongoing maintenance. They will even optimize your occupancy to maximize your yield. In prime areas, it's not unusual to see net returns of 6 to 8% annually, even after all fees are paid. If you want the ultimate inconvenience, branded residences and turnkey developments take it to another level. Properties managed by names like Address, MR, or Marriott offer in-house management, guaranteed maintenance, and often pooled rental programs. That means you get predictable income, zero involvement in day-to-day operations, and if you ever decided to sell, you'll find these properties have the highest liquidity thanks to their reputation and built-in demand. Of course, there are particular details to keep in mind. Service charges for mid to high-end apartments typically range from 12 to 25 dirham per square foot for each year. Basic building insurance is usually included in those charges, but for full protection, it's wise to arrange content and liability insurance as well. On the tax side, if you become a UAE resident and leave UK tax residency, your Dubai rental income is tax-free locally. If you remain a UK tax resident, you'll need to declare that income and pay UK tax as required. The bottom line is, with the right ownership structure and a solid management partner and a clear rental strategy, your Dubai property can deliver reliable income and peace of mind, whether you're enjoying the Jumeirah sun or spending the summer in London. That's what true set it and forget it retirement property ownership looks like here. Let's walk through in detail how you actually build a retirement portfolio in Dubai that's both robust and low maintenance. Step 1 is to set up your investment parameters. Before you even look at listings, define your monthly or annual income targets, your maximum capital outlay, and your risk appetite. For example, decide if you want a single high-value asset in prime area or a mix of smaller units for diversification and liquidity. Next, open a UAE bank account as soon as you have your residency in process. This is essential for both property transactions and ongoing management. International transfers are possible, but local accounts make rent collections, bill payments, and service charge settlements seamless. Once your financial foundation is set, shortlist specific buildings and communities. Don't just pick an area, identify the actual towers or villa clusters with proven occupancy, stable service charges, and a track record of capital appreciation. Pull the last 3 years of service charge statements, review audited accounts from the Owners Association, and check developers' maintenance track record. If you're buying off-plan, insist on escrow protection and demand to see the developer's delivery history. When you're ready to buy, negotiate hard. In Dubai's market, there are often rooms to secure a 2 to 5% discount, especially for cash buyers and those willing to close quickly. Don't just accept the lease price, leverage your position, and don't be afraid to walk away if the terms aren't right. For financing, compare at least 3 mortgage providers or developer payment plans. Look beyond the headline rate. Calculate the true annual cost, including processing fees, insurance, and early repayment penalties. If you're using a mortgage, get pre-approval before you sign a memorandum of understanding. This locks in your rate and gives you leverage in negotiations. Once you've agreed to terms, appoint a local conveyancer or solicitor to handle due diligence. They will verify title, ensure there are no encumbrances, and manage transfer process with the Dubai Land Department. Expect to pay a 4% transfer fee, a 0.25% mortgage registration fee, and your legal costs. After completion, set up direct debit for all recurring costs, service charges, utilities, and management fees. If you're not here full-time, instruct your property manager to provide monthly reporting and annual yield analysis. Review these reports at least once a year and don't hesitate to switch management companies if your service or occupancy slips. Finally, revisit your portfolio every 12 to 18 months. Dubai's market moves quickly, and the best investors aren't afraid to rebalance, selling underperforming assets, upgrading locations, or consolidating for efficiency. If you're holding above 2 million in property, make sure your golden visa paperwork is up to date and your ownership structure supports succession planning. This is real step-by-step process I use with clients who want a retirement property portfolio in Dubai that's not just profitable but truly hands-off and future-proof. Let's get real about the risks that come with Dubai property as a retirement play, and more importantly, how you can stay ahead of them. When it comes to market cycles, Dubai doesn't move like the UK. Prices here can shift sharply, especially in the off-plan segment. If you're considering a new development, don't just take the developer's reputation and face value. Dig into their actual handover record for the past 5 years. Ask an escrow account detail and make sure every dirham you pay is protected under DLD regulations. For ready properties, I always recommend look at actual transaction data for building, not just the area. If you notice a sudden spike in distressed sale or a drop in deals, that's a warning sign you shouldn't ignore. Service charges are another area that could quietly erode your returns if you're not careful. Don't just look for the advertised rate per square foot. Ask for the latest 3-year of audited service charge accounts and look for any signs of deferred maintenance or underfunded sinking funds. If reserves are thin, or if you see big one-off assessment, you could be on the hook for major costs down the line. I've seen too many investors get caught out by a sudden jump in fees because they didn't dig into the numbers. The quality of the property management can make or break your retirement experience. Don't default to whoever the developer recommends or the cheapest option. Interview at least 2 independent management firms, ask them about their average occupancy rate, how quickly they resolve maintenance issues, and what their reporting looks like. Insist on a contract that spells out performance standards and penalties for underperformance. If you're planning to let short term while you're away, make sure the manager is properly licensed and has a track record with international tenants. Currency swings are a reality for UK investors. The dirham's peg to US dollar means that the pound can move a lot against your rental income or purchase price. For large transfers, I always suggest using a currency broker to lock in a forward rate, or at least staggering your conversions to smooth out volatility. If you plan to live off your Dubai rental income, consider keeping it in UAD account locally and only convert what you need when you need it. And finally, don't lose sight of the regulatory environment. Dubai's rules can change quickly, whether it's a short-term letting, visa eligibility, or inheritance. Don't just rely on headlines. Make sure your legal advisor is plugged into the latest DLD circular and can flag any changes that might affect your portfolio. If you're counting on your property for golden visa eligibility, double check that every box is ticked before you commit. The bottom line is, the investors who succeed here are proactive. They review service charge accounts every year, benchmark their manager's performance, and keep a buffer for currency and regulatory surprises. That's how you build a Dubai retirement portfolio that's not just profitable, but resilient no matter what the market throws your way. Let's take a look at how a sophisticated UK investor might actually structure Dubai retirement property portfolio for both income and long-term security. Imagine an investor who spent their career building up a sustainable UK property portfolio, but now wants to diversify internationally, optimize for tax efficiency, and secure a base for retirement living in Dubai. Instead of putting all their capital into one trophy asset, they allocate 6 million dirham across 3 properties. A high-spec apartment in downtown for capital preservation and personal use. A mid-market unit in Jumeirah Village Circle for consistent rental yield, and a villa in an emerging area like Dubai Hills for both lifestyle flexibility and future appreciation. The downtown apartment is held in sole ownership and used as primary residence. Here, the focus is on capital preservation, liquidity, and access to amenities. The JVC flat is placed under a joint ownership structure with a spouse, specifically to maximize yield and qualify for golden visa threshold. This unit is managed by a specialist firm with track record in short-term lets, optimizing occupancy during periods when the owners travel or host guests. The villa is acquired with a post-handover payment plan from a blue-chip developer, minimizing upfront capital outlay and allowing the investor to keep liquidity in reserve for other opportunities or unforeseen expenses. Each property is stress tested for service charge escalations, vacancy risks, and currency exposure. The investor uses a local AED account for rental flows and leverages forward contracts to time conversions to sterling, smoothing out FX volatility. Legal structures are put in place via DIFC will, and where appropriate, a family trust, ensuring that succession is clear and assets transition efficiency to heirs. Annually, investors review the performance of each asset, benchmarks management results, and isn't afraid to rebalance, selling a unit if yields compress or relocating capital to a new development with better fundamentals. This approach isn't just about buying and hoping, it's about active, data driven management with freedom to enjoy Dubai's lifestyle while knowing your portfolio is working for you, not the other way around. That's the real edge of set it and forget it strategy at this level. It's systematic, diversified, and built to adapt as your needs and the market evolves. If you're serious about making Dubai a cornerstone of your retirement strategy and want to move beyond the basics, join me for our upcoming live webinar. We'll go deeper into advanced portfolio structuring, optimizing for tax residency, and the particular realities of building a resilient, income generated property portfolio in Dubai. You'll get real case studies, the latest regulatory insights, and a chance to put your questions directly to me live. Whether you're just starting your Dubai journey or already own property here, this is your opportunity to get unfiltered, actionable advice from someone who helped UK investors build their retirement portfolios that actually work. Click the link in the description below to secure a spot. I look forward to seeing you there and helping you take your Dubai retirement plan to the next level.